Watch how this point ends. This was one of the best points of the weekend. But wait till you see the finish. Bonhert slams it.
That point's still going, and she
Oh my gosh. She thought she got it, and she didn't. Oh, I'm having secondhand embarrassment. Bad.
She can't believe she stood straight up, fist in the air, and she's literally going.
Watch this one more time.
Sorry.
Yeah! No! Oh, I feel so bad. She's crying about it. Well, did they win that match? We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Welcome to the Sorry Not Sorry Pickleball Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Calley. This week, we're talking APP Chicago Open. It was a fun weekend. We had some interesting matchups, some people winning that we did not expect to win. So we're going to talk all about that. But before we do, if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button, sharing this show with your friends, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the show. You could also support the show by checking out the Etsy store. The link's in the description below. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into today's episode.
This is the new and improved forgiveness. Forgiveness is more than saying sorry. I'm sorry. Forgiveness.
I'm not sorry I took the money.
All right, first up, let's talk women's singles. We got Salome Device taking on Dominique Schaefer. It was a very windy day, so it made for some interesting points. So you remember a few weeks ago when Dominique Schaefer won gold, it was against Salome Device. She ended up pickling her. So I think a lot of people were excited to see, is she going to stay consistent and beat her again? Was it just kind of a one-off? Salome Device gave a good battle, especially in the beginning of this first game. She gets a 5-3 lead against Schaefer. But Dominique Schaefer ends up going on a huge run. I mean, check this out. She's now going to be up 10-5 after this point. Salome Device just had no answer in this first game. So Dominique Schaefer ends up taking this first game 11-5. Really just stopped Salome dead in her tracks once she hit that 5 point. Also, I had no idea until today that Salome Device will take a van and completely renovate it into something livable and then resell it. She just flips vans for a living on the side. That's a pretty dope hustle. Gotta give you a little respect for that. So here we go, game 2. Salome Device did not want to give up on this. Second game was a different story. Salome Device started off a little bit close, but then she started to pull away here. She's going to get it to 9-3 on this. She ends up taking this second game 11-5. They flip scores, so we're going to game 3. So here we go, game 3. Remember, Dominique Schaefer has not lost a match the whole tournament, so she just has to win this here, and she gets the gold. Now look at that. She's coming out hot in this third game.
It's going to end up in my left hand if it kept coming, and then just ends up inside the line.
The wind blows.
What a shot. Schaefer up 1-0. Check this point out. This was probably her best shot all match. Watch this. She goes a little bit out wide in a second. Lots of back and forth. They love hitting from the baseline. You know they're tennis players. But watch this right here. She's got to chase this one down and pow! Two-hand backhand, puts it in. Salome Device is like, you know what? That's a pretty damn good shot. It's 5-2. Salome Device is starting to get a little taste of her own medicine. That ball is called out by the line judge.
Device questioning, saying that ball was way in. From our view, it looked like it was deep.
Dominique Schaefer's like, I'm just not going to really say shit. I'm just going to pretend like I saw that as out too. Man, I don't know. These line judges always seems like a good idea, but really, it just seems like they get the calls wrong every time. There was a few calls that were close this weekend, and it seemed like every time there was one that was really questionable, the APP broadcast didn't really want to show it too close. It's almost like they told them, like, hey, we're on ESPN, like, let's not make it so apparent that our refs kind of suck and they can't see. Salome trying to crawl her way back. She's down by 4. Schaefer has a chance to really put one home and sails it long. Oh, and she's so frustrated. So she's upset. She's all fired up now. She's like, all right, I got to get my together. And she does. Watch what she does here. It's 6-3. She's going to rip one down the line. Check this shot out. Here it comes. Backhand. Right in the corner. Salome's calling it out.
What?
Let's take a look. What do we think? Ooh, I don't know. Ref overturns it. They call it in. Gotta be a little bit embarrassing for Salome when she calls it out and they're like, no, you were wrong. And she's like, ooh, they're on to me. I forgot. I can't do that here. So, I mean, the refs are not doing a very good job. I don't know if it's just early in the morning for them, if they just have terrible eyesight, if they have money on the game. But this one is just the worst one all day. Watch this.
There is no way that ball was out.
The ref at the kitchen is like, there's no way. I even saw that. That is so in.
3 inches inside.
You don't even need slow motion to see that one. That was way in. Ref's like, come on, man. Let me just do your job for you. That was in, everybody. That was in. Dominique Schaefer's not going to even argue it. She's like, yeah, that was obviously it. The referee madness continues. It's 9-4 here. The ref calls it out. Dominique is like, no. That was in. Guys, stop it. The rule is now they got to replay the point because the ref said stop, and Dominique had to stop instead of playing it. Good sportsmanship. Terrible reffing. I mean, how many times does this have to happen before they go, okay, like, we got to do something about this? Give challenges or get the refs closer maybe? Or just let the players call it? I don't know. If it's still this bad, you might as well just save some money on refs. So Dominique Schaefer ends up taking this one. Look at that last point. That has got to be so frustrating for Salome to lose like that. Dominique Schaefer is going to get the gold medal for women's singles. Her second of the year against Salome. All right, next up, let's talk men's singles. We got Juame Martinez-Vick taking on Chris Hayworth. Juame Martinez-Vick, it's his first APP tournament. Hayworth, we've seen a little bit more recently. He's been making his way up there, especially in singles. Juame Martinez-Vick showing that he plays in other tournaments. Juame Martinez-Vick scores 3 straight here in this first game. Watch this point right here. Does that bounce twice? Chris Hayworth thinks so, but they got to keep playing to figure this out. Juame Martinez-Vick takes advantage of his second chance there. He's looking at the area like, I don't know.
Questioning it.
Watch this again right here. Hard to tell.
I did not see it.
So Yame,
Ref's like, I didn't see it. I don't know. Juame's like, maybe it did. I don't know. Just playing it. Did you see it? He's like, I'll admit it if you tell me. Maybe it does? I don't think so. I think he got it clean right there. So Juame Martinez-Vick gets a lead, and he never really let it go. Check this point out, too. He's just so strong at the kitchen line. He's also just so quick. Look how athletic he is. Tracks this one down and hits a backhand right in there to get a point. It's 8-4 now. So Vick is going to take this first game 11-6. And we're going to go to game 2 now. So game 2, here we go. It's 1-0 Vick. Watch this get from Hayworth. Puts it there. He's got to track it down. Tweener! Gets it to go perfectly. And then hits the sick angle. What a point from Martinez-Vick. Check this out again. He's got to run back and swoop. Drops it right in there. And then bam, two-handed backhand. What a play. So Juame Martinez-Vick is going to take this second game 11-5, which means we're going to a 15-point tiebreaker match to see who wins gold here. So here we go, the tiebreak match. Vick came out real strong real early in this one. This point right here, he just shows why he's that good. Chris Hayworth trying to get something going for himself, but he just can't figure it out. It's 5-0 out the gate. Hayworth down by 4 here. He's got to fight to get some momentum going. And he does. Check this point out. Battling at the kitchen line. He's able to play a little cat and mouse with Martinez-Vick. He's able to get to a 2-point deficit, so it's 9-7 here. Martinez-Vick says enough is enough. Look at that. So it's 12-9 here. And just when you thought the refs weren't having too bad of a match, they say, you know what? Let's get involved. Watch this call right here. Is that in or out? Martinez Vic thinks it's out. I don't know. It actually looked like it was in to me. Let's see. One more time. Oof, that is so close. See, why can't APP slow that down? You got the camera there. They're too embarrassed. So Hayworth gets a chance here. He's down by 2. And watch this get from Hayworth. Because he pops it up to Martinez Vic, and he's like, uh-oh, I'm toast. He gets it, though. Gets another one, but can't put it in. So it's going to be Martinez Vic's serve. Championship point on his paddle, and he serves it long. Gives Hayworth another shot. And Martinez Vic is laughing at himself. He's like, oh, my God, how the hell did I do that? You got to be kidding me. And here come the refs. Look at that call. He's like, there's no way that's out.
Ball's out. That's the second one.
He's so pissed. Let's see the replay on this one if they give it to us. Oh, that is out for sure. So it's now 13-14 for Hayworth. He's so confused. He's like, how do you make that many bad calls? Look, he's even asking the booth. He's like, guys, please, announcers.
We don't have any call on
Come on, help me out.
Yeah, we
You don't have anything to show me.
It's all the line judges.
Just tell Hayworth. Tell him to reverse the call. They're like, sorry, dude, can't help you. APP actually gives us another replay. Let's see. Slow motion. That is out. Man, you really hope something like that does not backfire and affect the match. He still continues to tell them. He's like, please, just tell the ref you see it on
We don't
video.
have any control. All we
They're
do
like,
is
dude, we cannot do anything. We don't have any control of what the ref
we
says.
don't have any control with the court.
That's a dangerous call when it's a 1-point game in the gold medal match. But check this out. Watch what Hayworth does. He knows that he shouldn't have got that. So look what he does here. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to put one in the net for you. That's all you, dude. You deserve to have the serve. Go ahead. If I'm going to win, I want it to be right. I got mad respect for that. That's kind of tough. I don't know if I'm the type of person that would do that. I'd probably just keep going for it and try to win gold. But, hey, Hayworth got some credibility to him. Got some integrity.
In a show of sportsmanship.
So Martinez Vic gives it right back to him. I've never heard Hayworth say a word before, but I now have heard him squeal. Did you hear that? Oh, he really let this one go. He needed this. Nothing like an involuntary squeal. So right after the squeal of Juanme Martinez Vic, he's going to take this game 15-13. And he wins the gold medal for singles for the men's. His first APP gold medal, his first time at APP. He wasn't even ranked. But, I mean, regardless, we know that he should be a high ranking. I mean, he's been killing it in the PPA and singles, so not too surprising that he won it here. Next up, let's talk women's doubles. We had Susanna Barr and Megan Fudge taking on Alex Strong and Vivian Glosman. This was a fun match to watch. Vivian Glosman been climbing up the ranks. Alex Strong in her second finals, her first one for women's. But Fudge and Barr are two of the most dominant women besides Simone and Paris as far as the APP goes, so it's going to be a challenge for them. Before we talk about the gold medal match, let's actually rewind to the day before their semifinal match. They're taking on Emily Ackerman and Riley Bonhert, and let's watch this point play out. Some good dinking, some firefights, get turned into resets and back to dinking. Overhead slam, look at that. Protecting the face from Megan Fudge. And this point is just going to continue to go on and on. Oh. Overheads protected so perfectly. Barr and Fudge not giving up. One of the best points we saw all weekend. Look at that off the net, but they recover. Dink's pulling them out wide. When will this end? Nobody knows. Not even the players. Watch this, what happens if we ever get to it. It's such a long point. That's what makes this even crazier. Bonhert getting aggressive. Oh! And she celebrates too early. The point wasn't even over. Oh my gosh, one of the best rallies we've ever seen. And she blows it. Oh. She is so pumped. Yeah! Her back is like fully arched because she's so pumped. She's just sticking it as high up in the air as she can. Yeah! Emily's like, we gotta call timeout. I can't even tell. Is she crying here on the bench? I would be. I'd be so upset. I'd be so embarrassed later. Is she laughing or crying? She's like, oh my gosh.
Because the point was still going. The point was still going.
What do you even say besides I'm sorry? She's laughing at herself. That's good. She's like, I need a break. I need some Gatorade. I need some alcohol after that. Gosh, I just want to black out and forget that I did that. If she did win that point, that would have been amazing. She would have been known as the player that had that crazy point and crazy put away and then had the celebration at the end to cap it off. And now she's just known as a player who committed hindrance. Let's take another look at this one. Oh, you got to feel for her. It did look like she was going to put it away. Just battling so hard, too. She deserved it. Pow. Yeah. Megan Fudge is like, what the hell? You can't just do that. I would just be sitting on the floor for hours after that. Glosman and Trong also had a really great semifinal match. They were taking on Emmerich and Pisnik. And watch this last point on game 3. So after some dinking back and forth, Alex Trong trying not to be too quick on the trigger. And they end up getting one off the net. Pisnik pops it up and Glosman slams it home to win the game and the match. They're moving on to the winner bracket final. So Fudge and Barr end up getting a 3-point lead here. It's 5-2 in this first game. And they're going to increase their lead after this point. Watch this. Nice resets from Fudge. Some good dinking from Susanna Barr. She's going to hit one off the net in a second. And then it's chaos. Able to get it back smooth. And the put away from Fudge. They got it to 6-2 now. So Glosman and Trong end up crawling back a little bit. It's 6-3 now for them. And look at this. Can't see the ball off camera, but that is going to be called in by the refs. And kind of awkward because they're in the middle of an interview with Ken Herman, the head of the APP. And all of a sudden there's some weird thing going on with the refs flipping calls.
While we've been chatting here, there's a little bit of debate on the court.
Fudge and Barr, like, really, dude? Come on. Fudge is looking at the head referee sitting in the back like, dude, what? How do you call that? She's shaking her head like, I cannot believe this. She's still chirping at the ref like, come on, man. You know that was out.
We're so excited to be heading down there.
Get your head out of your ass, dude. So while we're on the subject, Ken Herman went in the booth. He talked a little bit about what the APP wants to do moving forward. He even did mention his meeting with Steve Kuhn. So as you can see in this picture here, Steve Kuhn was spotted talking to Ken Herman. Possible alliance coming up. A lot of people are saying the APP should be the feeder league for MLP. Something to kind of grow the younger players, get them ready for MLP. I think it's a great idea if APP would almost handle the traditional style tournaments for MLP and just let MLP do their team thing. We'll see what comes out of it, but very promising to see the two of them talk. All right, back to the match. Trong and Glosman were able to get a lead here. And look at this point. They get it to 10-6 now. What a run they're going on. So Trong and Glosman are going to take this first game 11-6. So here we go, game 2. On this point, we're tied up 2-2. This whole game was very close, especially in the beginning. Look at this play right here. What an angle from Megan Fudge. What was Trong doing? She's all kneeled down. I don't think that's going to work. So Glosman and Trong end up getting a 4-point lead. It's 8-4. Susanna Barr and Megan Fudge are like, we got to do something. So they decide, you know what? Let's hurt her. Let's get Alex Trong right in the shoulder. Body bagged. Oh, that's an awkward place to get hit. So it's 10-8. They're down by 2. And they actually are able to pull this point off. They're going to get it to 1 point here. It's 10-9 now. So they got match point on their paddle for Trong and Glosman. It almost feels like if they don't get it here, they're screwed. And look at this rally. Some good points back and forth. Trong might have hit an out ball there. She's going to make up for it. Don't you worry. Oh, my goodness. The firefights going back and forth. Oh, and then Barr hits it into the net. So they're going to win this one 11-9, which means we're going to a tiebreak match to 15 to see who's going to win gold for women's doubles. So here we go. Gold medal match to 15. And I got to say, this game was so much fun to watch. So Barn Fudge take an early lead. It's 4-1 here. And Glossman's like, you know what? I want to win this game too. Take that, Fudge. Little body bag. Right in the hip. So they're up 9-4 now against Glossman and Trong. 5-point lead for Fudge and Bar. And watch this point. They thought they had this point right here. Susanna Barr took a lesson from Bonhert. She's going to celebrate early. She's like, guys, oh, I'm sorry. I accidentally celebrated. She's like, my fault, my fault. It looks like Glossman didn't even realize it.
Bar's giving the point.
So
Glossman looks confused. She's like, wait, what? What do you mean? That's going to count? I don't know. It didn't really affect me. She's like, what? I was just like, just shut up. Just freaking take the point, dude.
For Vivian Glossman.
Thank you for your honesty. Let's go. So I think that point really changed the momentum of this game. It's 9-6 here. And watch this overhead from Glossman. Pow! Right in the glasses of Susanna Barr. She's like, ow. Watch this. Pow! Oh, right in the face. Good thing she's wearing glasses, though. This is what you get for celebrating early. She actually got the ball over using her face. That's pretty impressive. Should have just played on. So Trong and Glossman, they're going to actually tie this one up. 9-9. So it's a close match. 1-point game here. 11-10. Fudge and Bar really got to try and pull away. Because every time they do, Glossman and Trong just keep coming back. On this point, they're just going to slam it home. And they get it to 12-10 now. 2-point lead for them. But then look what happens here. Glossman hits an overhead. They call it out. Nobody really knows, so they're going to actually call that in. Oh, I think that is good. So it's a 1-point game. Trong and Glossman got the serve on their paddle. After a nice little battle right here, they're going to get it tied up. It's 12-12. So Trong and Glossman, they're up by 1 here, 13-12. Bar and Fudge got the serve on their paddle. Watch this overhead from Fudge. Slams it, but eaten up by Trong, and the next one's out. That is a clutch get. So that point is going to earn them the serve. They've got a 1-point lead, just 2 more points to go till they win gold. And look at this point right here. Lots of great gets. Trong and Glossman playing some D, crawling their way back up to the kitchen. Trong just getting taken out real wide. She keeps recovering. Oh, and then Glossman. Good D. She gets the lob. They didn't know it was going to be in. And now Fudge and Bar playing some D. Firefight into the net. They win the point. It's 14-12. 1 point away from winning this gold medal now. So Glossman and Trong, they are going to win gold for the women's doubles. Look how much of a height difference. It just cracks me up. Trong is so short. Glossman's so tall. What a fun little duo. Look how she looks up to her. Her head's on full tilt looking up. All right, next up, let's talk men's doubles. We had Andre Diescu and Rob Nunnery taking on Stefan Auvergne and Johnson Cola. Rob Nunnery and Andre Diescu, definitely the clear favorites. They're the #1 seed. And look at Auvergne here. His overheads are killer. Before we talk about the gold medal match, let's actually rewind to the day before men's doubles semifinal. Diescu Nunnery taking Wame Martinez-Vick and Wyatt Stone. Very cool to see Martinez-Vick playing doubles and getting pretty far. Look at this crazy point, though. What a get from both of these guys. They're just trying to keep it alive. Are they able to do it? Oh, look at that. He's running into the wall. Oh, just get it back over. Just make them make the mistake. And he does. Wyatt Stone puts it in the net. Oh, man. And that's how they win game 1. So they won that semifinal match. They end up making their way to the winner's bracket final. And if you want to know what the winner's bracket final is, let's listen to AJ McCord describe it.
The winner of this game heads to the gold medal match. So it's affectionately known as the Go to Gold match.
Really?
Is it?
Really? Do you have to say that? That is not what it's called.
I said affectionately.
It's not what it's called at all.
It is affectionately.
Why does she not know anything about pickleball?
Because the winner of this goes to the gold medal match.
That's not what anybody in pickleball calls it.
Andre
Somebody calls it that. So, little weird. Did she maybe smoke some weed? I think apparently that was going on too. Listen to this.
Somebody is blazing within championship court right now.
Blazing ganja.
Oh my goodness.
Is weed legal in Chicago?
event for him so far this season.
Dom is the one smoking. He's coughing now. Dom passes it to AJ McCord. AJ McCord's just making shit up about games and what they're called. Anyways, they end up cruising their way through this winter bracket final, winning both games 11-1, 11-1. Michael Lloyd and Augustus Guh. I think that's how you say his last name, Guh. Spelled G-E. I don't know. Who cares? They got blown up by Diasco and Nunnery. So Nunnery and Diasco are going to make their way to the gold medal match. So Auburn and Sincola, not that easy of a match, but they did lose in the first round in this tournament. Made their way all the way back through the back draw, and they find themselves in the gold medal match here. And man, they played like they deserved it. So Auburn and Sincola start this game out with an 8-3 lead. Nunnery and Diasco really got to do something, and something in a hurry if they want to win this match. And check that out. ATP for Diasco. He's trying to get back in it. But it wouldn't be enough. Sincola and Auburn, they're going to take this first game by surprise. 11-4 off the Ernie from the lefty. Look at their matching shirts. Well, I guess not really matching, right? Different logos on there. So game 2, Auburn and Sincola came out hot. They had no mercy for Nunnery and Diasco. And I mean, watch this. ATP. That's good. Confirmed on the replay here. Watch this. Just a soft little doop right on the line there. They get it to 3-0. So they keep running away with it. 5-0 now. Nunnery and Diasco just are not looking good. Look at that miss from Auburn, and then the twist. And then Sincola puts it away. And Auburn cleans it up. They got it 6-0 now. So 8-0 lead. And finally, Nunnery and Diasco get a point. So Diasco and Nunnery could muster up only 3 points in this second game, which means that Auburn and Sincola are going to take it 11-3. And we're going to a tiebreak match. Another 1-15. Let's go. So here we go. Tiebreak match to 15. And Sincola and Auburn still continue the momentum from the last match. They're already up 3-0. And watch this Ernie to get it to 4-0. So Auburn and Sincola up 6-0. And Nunnery and Diasco really got to stop the bleeding. And it seems like they do it right there. That stopped the momentum for them. So very next point, Diasco and Auburn really just getting into a nice dink battle here. You got to hit it to Auburn's backhand. That's his weak point. And then he waits for his moment to body bag Sincola. So Nunnery and Diasco trying to crawl their way back. They have it 8-3 here to serve on their paddle. And they're going to get into a little firefight right here. Who's going to come out on top? Slams it in there. It's 8-4 now.
Finding the feet of Stefano
You can
Burns.
see the veins
in his
popping
neck,
out of his neck.
It is 8-4 now for Diasco and Rob. So Diasco and Nunnery starting to make their way back. It's 8-5. They got this serve on their paddle. And watch this. Sincola saves him. Oopsies. He hit an out ball. He was like, and it just touched his paddle by accident.
Gets it on the ball and then immediately says no.
Watch this. Oh, shit. He knew it. So 2-point lead here for Auburn and Sincola. It's 9-7. Watch this weird play right here. Was that out? The ref calls it out. I didn't see anything out there.
Oh, hold on.
Referee called that ball.
Sinclair's like, what? Let's see a little bit closer here. Does it look like it's out? That looks in. Gosh, these refs, man. So they end up tying it. It's 9-9. Crazy point here. Love the back and forth. Watch this. Fire fight. Wow. Who's going to come out on top? Diasco with Nunnery serve. Looking to get a lead for the first time. Diescu stretching but can't put it away. So Sincola and Auvergne off the Ernie, but he defends it.
Tape right there, nice and easy for Nunnery to make an adjustment.
Good defense by Nunnery. So Diescu Nunnery down by 1 here. 10-11. They're going to tie this game up. 11-11 now. So tie game, Diescu Nunnery, they got the serve here. Looking to take a lead once again. Look at this, ATP. Defended. Overhead. Defended. What a good shot, but not enough. Nunnery and Diescu walk away with the point. But, man, let's see that again. What good D from Auvergne. So they got a 1-point lead here, looking to extend it. And they will. They'll get a 2-point lead. It's 13-11. Diescu and Nunnery just need 2 more points to get the gold medal here. So Auvergne and Sincola, they get it to a 1-point game. It's 13-12 for Diescu and Nunnery. And look at that poach from John Sincola. Came out of nowhere. Flying in. Shake and bake. So we got a tie game, 13-13. What a game we have on our hands. And then watch how they get the lead right here. Oh, almost makes it over the net. So now they're 1 point away from winning the gold medal. And so Auvergne and Sincola are going to take this one 15-13. They win the gold medal. They came all the way back from losing in the first round, fought their way through the back draw, won the first 2 games, and then the tiebreaker. And Auvergne just tosses his hat. I graduated. Good for them winning the gold medal. Very impressive that they beat Nunnery and Diescu. That is like the team to beat in the APP. Auvergne looking like he's never had a medal before. He's like, which way does this go? Do I turn it? Do I flip it? I think it's on my neck backwards. Hold on. Let me just adjust. I didn't prepare for this. Oh, got to flip it upside down. All right. And then I got it. And then it ends up backwards anyways. And then do I hold that or hold my paddle or kind of awkwardly hold with my thumb? And then, okay, maybe to my side. By the time he figures it out, they go right to commercial. He's like, got it. Oh, wait, no, up and commercial. Next up, let's talk mixed doubles final. We got Martin Emmerich and Tina Pisnik taking on Jeannie Arakina and Spencer Lanier. Always fun when we got some new faces we don't see too often in the gold medal match. Basically got PPA versus MLP right here. And an interesting point right here. Watch what ends up happening. There's going to be a close call. And she thinks it's out. You don't call your own calls. Play on. And now they're like, come on, man. She already called out. It confused us. That's hindrance. I get it. That's probably so confusing. All of a sudden for a match, you just have the refs calling every shot when you've been playing your whole life calling your shots. Probably a bad call, too. So Pisnik and Emmerich, they got a 3-1 lead here. Everybody playing real sharp. But then watch what happens here. Oh, beautiful ATP from Jeannie. Look at her swag walk after, too. Pow! Right in there. What an angle. So that was the momentum shift they needed. Look at this play right here. Ref calls it out, but there's some confusion. And then look how pissed Jeannie gets. She's like, you stupid ref. You don't even know what's going on. She just slams the ball. She's so pissed. Lanier's like, okay, come on. Pull it together. So a 6-3 lead for Arakina and Lanier. And watch this play. After Arakina had the ATP before, you think you got to defend it. But no, she goes backside. Pulls that angle. Look at the fist pump in their face. She is intense. I love it. Look at that shot. Had no idea that was coming. So it's 9-4 now. Looking good so far. And Jeannie is just crushing it this game. Look at this. Just comes in. Pow. On the run. That's a nice shot. So 1-point game here. 9-8. Lanier and Arakina serving down the middle. Solves the riddle. It's 10-8 now. They're 1 point away from winning this first game. So Team PPA, Pisnik and Emmerich, they're down by 2 here, but it's their serve. They're looking to get it to a 1-point game. And, oh, what good gets from the both of them. Going to see a nice little dink battle here. Lanier just barely getting it over that net. And then he tries to fire one in there, but it backfires on him. Emmerich puts it away. It's a 1-point game. But it's not enough as Lanier. He's going to get one in there. Pisnik hits it in the net. And they're going to win this one 11-9. Game 1 goes their way. So here we go. Game 2. Pisnik and Emmerich come out with a hot start. They're going to end up with a 5-1 lead to get us going here. So Erikina and Lanier, they end up crawling their way back. It's now 4-5 for them. And look at that. What a crazy shot from Jeannie. So Erikina and Lanier, they get a 1-point lead after being down by a few points. And watch this crazy play right here. Erikina and Lanier just playing incredible defense once they get backed up. Starts with some dinking. But then we'll end up in a little firefight. Oh, good defense. Overhead slams. No. And that one's called out. No. They're like, what? Why would you ruin that incredible rally?
Another look at it here.
Look at this. Good defense. That looks in. Oh, these refs all day long.
By our USA Pickleball certified line judges who are watching the lines here on Championship.
Just to remind you that they have credibility. So next point, it's 7-5 for Erikina and Lanier. And watch this get. Oh. Oh. And puts it in a spot where he can't do anything with it. It's now 8-5 for them. So we got a 2-point game here. And watch this shot from Erikina. She is just crushing it in this match. When she's coming up to the line, she does not miss, which is not an easy thing to do. So it's 10-7 for them. So Jeannie and Spencer are going to win this second game too, 11-9. And we're going to a tiebreaker again. Yeah. What is with this weekend? All these tiebreaker matches. So here we go. Tiebreaker match. It's tied 1-1 here, and then watch what happens. Lanier decides not to go for it. Little bit confusing for Jeannie. She's like, you'll get it, right? And then, oh, I just end up getting hit in the thigh. So it was tied 7-7. Then Pisnik and Emmerich ran away, but now Lanier and Erikina get it to 11-14. And Pisnik and Emmerich are going to do it. And look at his scream. Yes! That's like what Bonhert was trying to do. Except it actually works when you win a gold medal. And he's like, oh yeah, I got to dap you guys up. He's so pumped. Yeah. Like he just hit a soccer goal or something. They're just sitting there waiting like, okay, do we high-five you yet? Come on, man. Oh, man, you got to feel a little bit for Jeannie and Spencer here. They played great in that first match. I think Jeannie just said, you know what, don't even talk to me. Don't ask me any questions. Just give me my damn silver medal and leave me alone. So Martin Emmerich and Tina Pisnik, they win the gold for mixed doubles here at the APP Chicago Open.
I mean, it was a rough weekend for us, feeling like outcasts a little bit out here, but we're going out.
Because you sold your soul to the PPA devil. You are an outcast. Don't ever come back here to the APP. All right, well, that's going to do it for this week's episode of the APP Chicago Open. But before we get out of here, we're going to play a little game of Partner Body Bag, Winner Off the Net.
Partner Body Bag, winner off the net. Partner Body Bag, winner off the net. Leah Jansen, winner off the net. Bryson McGuffin, winner off the net. Haley Waters, Body Bag. James McDonald-Wish, Body Bag. Sorry, not sorry, winner off the net. Sorry, not sorry, partner.
Partner Body Bag, winner off the net. The game where I get 3 people in the pickleball world, and I got to decide which of them would I partner with, who would I body bag, and who would I hit a winner off the net? Sorry, not sorry style. So I got 3 names here. I'm going to read them off, and then I will decide. Number 1, who am I going to do? All right, number 1, Jeannie Erikina. Number 2, Riley Bonhert. And number 3, Martin Emmerich. Okay, partner body bag, winner off the net. Well, I'm definitely going to body bag Martin Emmerich. He seems like a cool dude, but I am just not feeling the Viper sunglasses. Something so douchey about that, especially in pickleball. Just because of that, I am going to body bag him. So who do I partner with? Who do I hit a winner off the net with? I don't know. I mean, it's tough to say you want to partner with Riley because she might just call a point over and you end up losing off of her hindrance. But then again, Jeannie seems like somebody that gets really, really upset very quickly. And I don't know, that just like makes me anxious if my partner is like all pissed off at something, screaming at the refs. But then again, if I hit a winner off the net against Jeannie, she definitely is the type to get fired up and start going off on me. So yeah, I think I got to partner with her. And sorry, I'm going to hit a winner off the net with Riley Bonhert. So there you go. Partnering with Jeannie. I'm going to body bag Martin Emmerich. And I'm going to hit a winner off the net with Riley Bonhert. All right, well, that's going to do it for this week's episode. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Share this with your friends if they're into pickleball but don't really have time to watch pro pickleball. And it would really help out if you could support the show by getting some Sorry Not Sorry merch on the Etsy store. Again, the link is going to be down below. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching. We'll see you guys back next week for PPA Cincinnati. Until then, take care.
Forgiveness is more than saying sorry. I'm sorry. Forgiveness